and thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you're new here, my name is Lindsay Johnson. I love makeup, skincare, and hanging out with you guys. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about my March favorites. I have some makeup, some skincare, some fragrance. So if that sounds exciting to you, definitely keep watching. I'm so excited because we're already in April, and my girlfriend's birthday is this month, my best friend's birthday is this month, and it's just a really good month. It's Easter month, so I'm super excited about that too. Let's jump right in. The first product I want to shout out is the Vanish Airbrush Primer by Hourglass. Y'all, I know I've been talking about this non-stop, but this month specifically and last month, I was using this product so super often, so I had to shout this product out. I won't talk too much about it. It's just a really beautiful smoothing and blurring primer that doesn't dry your skin out, which I really love because a lot of blurring primers do tend to make you feel kind of gunky and dry, and this one, it does not do that for me, and it's just an all-over really great primer that I've just fell in love with. Then in the month of March, I was also pulling out the Milani Supercharged Dewy Primer. I love this so much for hydration, so sometimes I'll go in with the Airbrush and I'll just want a little bit extra, so I go in with this and it's just a beautiful combination. But it's also really beautiful by itself if you don't want a smoothing primer, because it does have that citrus extract in it and ginseng, so it's good for your skin and it does keep you hydrated for a really affordable price point, so you can't beat it. I really enjoy this one too. Then we have the Kosas Revealer Skin Improving Foundation SPF 25, which looks like this. I had to bring this up. It's very hydrating on the skin, very healthy looking. It has that dew and that glow from within, but without looking too over the top, which I really love. It does claim to blur. I don't see a lot of pore blurring, if I'm being honest with this product, but for when I want that healthy skin look and vibe, I definitely reach for this product quite often, and I love the packaging of it. I really also want to try their concealer, so hopefully I can do that really soon, but this to me is a win. Then the Kvd Concealer is immaculate, you guys. I cannot look at it without smiling, so this is what the component looks like. I think it's beautiful, but obviously very dirty. I feel like this has to do with the fact that sometimes when I open it and try to close it back up, it gets stuck right here, so product gets on the top and the bottom. It's not the best when it comes to packaging, in my opinion. I think it's beautiful. I just think that it has some kinks that need to be worked out, but I really love the product inside. It definitely makes your under eyes look very beautiful in comparison to some other concealers I have tried. It claims to be crease proof, which I laugh at because anytime a concealer says it's crease proof, it isn't, you guys. It's still gonna get in your fine lines just a little bit, but I really love how airbrushed it makes wherever you put it look, and for that reason I've been using it a ton in March, and I probably will continue to do so in April, so I love this one. Then we have the Rare Beauty Cream Bronzer Stick in the shade Happy Soul. I also have this in the shade Power Boost, but I ended up getting this shade because this one is a little bit more cool tone, where the Power Boost is a little bit more warm tone, so whichever vibe you want, if you're around my skin tone, both work for me, but this one's going to be more cool toned, and I wanted this to sculpt, but I'm happy to have both because sometimes I can kind of like mix it a little bit if I want a little warmth, a little coolness here, maybe if I want to do more coolness on like the cheekbones and then more warmth on the forehead, I can mix and match that way, and it's really fun. But oh my goodness, you guys, the quality of this stick bronzer is unreal. It is so creamy, but at the same time, it definitely does blend out really well. Like, it shears out really beautifully. It is not too intimidating for that reason, because even if you add way too much product, you can really blend it out to not nothing, but to a really beautiful amount, and I love it so much for that reason. I think anyone would probably love this in their makeup collection, and I know that I have just been using it a ton, and I'm so happy to have this new shade. I will say they're always like sold out, so try to get your hands on it. It's something that I love, and I think that anyone else would as well. But yeah, I've been using that over all of my other bronzers, even over the Milk Makeup one, so that is saying something. Ah! I just dropped one. Okay, so these are the Moira Beauty blushes in the shade 02 I Need You and 03 I Want You. They are the Love Heat Cream blushes. Oh my goodness, you guys, these are beautiful dewy blushes that I think I am in love with. I've been using this one right here, this peachy one, very, very often, especially last month. It's just a really pretty everyday color in my opinion. I love orange blushes for every single day. I just think they look so delicious on the skin. And then I really like the shade 02 I Need You. I actually wore this one on my anniversary and I loved how it looked. These do last a good amount of time, and because they're dewy, they do have that glow from within on your cheeks, so you don't necessarily need to go in with a highlight if you don't want one, but you can always add it on top if you'd like as well. And I love how these wear. They are super pigmented, so please be careful. I always tell you guys with pigmented blushes, use it on the back of the hand, like apply some, like a thin layer, and then go in with a blender and then add it on, or like with a brush, so it's more even and it's not too like splotchy or too pigmented all at once. But yeah, love these, can't get enough of them. Had to recommend them really quickly as ones that I've just been loving, and they have been some of my favorites. And this is the Huda Beauty Cheeky Tint in the shade Perky Peach. I love this shade so much. So it's a really beautiful peachy tone, and it's one of those that's going to be a little bit more buildable than full pigment right off rip, which I love. And on top of that, it has a really pretty sheen to it, which is great for giving you that dewy lit from within kind of vibe. I love this so much, and the best thing about it is that it does not accentuate my texture, which is really great because it does have that sheen. So you might think that it would do that, but it really doesn't. And let me show you how easily this blends out. So the same way it does this on the back of my hand is the same way it does it on the face, which you guys see that sheer down to literally nothing, but you can still see that really pretty glow that it does give off, which I think is so beautiful on the skin. So I've only played with this a few times, but I think it's freaking phenomenal and I want more colors immediately. And then you guys, the Natasha Denona Pastel palette has been a staple. I've made a few looks with this palette and really enjoyed every single one. Actually, the look that I have on my eyes in the actual beginning of this video, I'm wearing this palette, and you guys, I loved that look so freaking much. I was so disappointed that I just could not keep filming yesterday because I was so happy with the look. But I just love the colors in here. Super beautiful for spring and Easter, and you just can't go wrong. Every time I use this palette, I'm inspired, and it actually forces me to think a little bit more about my looks. Usually when I look at a palette, it's very well curated and I can really think in my mind of a look that I do want to achieve really quickly. But with this palette, it definitely takes me a second, which I think is really great because it gets, you know, the gears going in there, and it really does make me think about what kind of look I'm going for. And I always get something really beautiful, unique, and special. So this palette, to me, I've been loving it way more than I thought I initially would. So for that reason, it's definitely a favorite. Then I really enjoyed the In the Limelight palette by Colourpop, which looks like this. The packaging is freaking beautiful, and this is what it looks like inside. So I love, first of all, that these palettes are so affordable but so beautiful, and they really add something special to your collection. Now, I already have a green palette from Colourpop, but I felt like this would add something different and unique, and I really enjoy that this palette is super green, right? But at the same time, I look at it and I think of multiple different looks that I could achieve with this palette. My favorite thing about this palette, which at first I thought might be more of a con, was when I went to go do my makeup, and something I realized with like the palettes in this type of format in general is that they happen to be a little bit more hard pressed in the pan, which means they're not going to give you full opaqueness right away, which could be a really great thing if you're like me and you can tend to be a little bit more heavy-handed, because sometimes with a really pigmented palette, if you go in heavy-handed, it could be a mess to blend away, which, you know, sometimes it's just nice to be able to go in and build up your shadows to your desired intensity. So for that reason, I really love this palette, and oh my goodness, I just love the theme here. Super beautiful. Also have to give a quick shout out to the Supercharged shadow, the Jelly Much shadow in the shade Scandal. It's gorgeous, and I also love that, but I want to play with it a little bit more. I've only played with that specific thing one time, so I wouldn't call it a favorite yet, but this is definitely one. And then the Natasha Denona Mini Biba palette. This is going to be a favorite for every single month. I try to put it down and I just pick it up and pick it up and pick it up. I use this so frequently, you guys. This is what it looks like. If you don't already know, I feel like if you guys definitely watch my videos, you've seen this time and time again, but oh my goodness, staple product for your makeup bag. Super beautiful, blendable, beautiful. Can't get enough of this. If you haven't tried Natasha Denona's formula, play with this specific palette and I promise you, you will like Natasha Denona. It's just my favorite palette. So yeah, you guys, this is always going to be a favorite for me. Then this is the glowing lip from Colourpop in the shade Cockatoo. Now this one and any of really like the nudie pinky type of shades from this line are amazing. I have a full review on these actually up on my channel, but recently I've been using this one right here called Cockatoo so often. It's just a really beautiful pink tone that I think is great for every day. It gives you that juicy lip finish and it just nourishes. It's not too like, you know what I'm saying, like sticky or gunky or anything like that. This is just something I cannot recommend enough and it's only $8, so for that reason this is just amazing. I love it so much. The Makeup by Mario Moisture Glows are amazing as well. I'm actually wearing one right now, you guys. So you go ahead and you crank it up. You cannot crank it back down, so you want to be careful with that. But I hope you guys can see on camera, it has a little bit of like a glitter in there, which is really beautiful on the lips. And it's just super emollient, but it also has a lot of pigment, which a lot of products like this do not. So I am really enjoying these quite a bit. This one specifically is in the shade Rose Glow, but I also love Apricot Glow. And then I really love the shade Mauve Glow. I have all of the shades, but those are just my favorites. And I just really like the effect that you get on the lips, especially for spring and summer. So this is a really beautiful shade. It does have that tingle because it is like a lip plumper, but it's not too severe. So if you are like a little bit more sensitive, but you do want kind of a more mild lip plumper, I would suggest this one because it definitely doesn't hurt at all and it has a really beautiful look on the lips. So yeah, I love this one so much and all of the tones available. These are the Makeup by Mario Ultra Cozy Lip Creams and oh my goodness, I love the formula. It's very like whipped and like moussey, like that's the texture. So because of that, like your lines on your lips are super blurred and it just looks really beautiful. And I love the shade Nude Suede, Pinky Brown, Almost Bare, and Rich Rose the most, but there's so many shades to pick from. I believe like 12 and I own all of them. I know it's ridiculous, but you guys, these would have to be like top 3 on my favorites list for sure because they just make your lips look really flattering and there's so many shades to choose from. This favorite from last month is completely empty. This is the Moon Rocks Whipped Body Scrub from Truly Beauty. I would show you what it looks like, but honestly it's gone, so there's not even a little bit to share with you guys, but it's a blue body scrub that just smells amazing, you guys. Like I can't even explain the smell. It just smells freaking good and really like healthy and clean. It says that it had blue tansy, lavender, dreamcatcher oil, and jojoba oil, so really good ingredients. This is vegan, clean, high performing, animal cruelty free. Really great. I loved this so much. Me and my girlfriend tore this up and only had it for like a matter of like probably 2 weeks. I will say this is more of like a mild to medium scrub, definitely not harsh at all, which let's face it, some of us love like that really intense exfoliating kind of vibe. But if you just want something really lightweight and simple on the skin, this was amazing and I love how it smelled. It actually like lingered with you throughout the day too, just a little bit. So I really enjoyed that one and I have to restock because it's just so delicious all over the body and I loved it so much in the month of March, so much that it's gone unfortunately. So Then moving back into skincare, we have the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Face Cream with SPF 30, which looks like this. I actually also have the regular one without the SPF too, but I just figured why not pick up one with SPF since I also really enjoyed that one. This has hyaluronic acid and peptide complex, so I love it. I feel like it's really great and hydrating. I don't love it more than my fresh one, but I feel like this one is really great because it has hyaluronic acid and that peptide complex in there, which it smells amazing as well, you guys. Like super clean and great for the skin, and it just feels really nice on there. And you guys, I want to say this is only around like $12, which is honestly a steal for a product of this quality. So yeah, I've been using this a bunch too and loving it. I will say both are really good options, like the regular and the SPF, so either or are really good options. And I love them. And then y'all, I'm obsessed with the strawberry lip mask from Fourth Ray Beauty. They also came out with the jasmine tea one for the Avatar collection, which I already bought. I haven't opened up my package yet, but I'm so excited to use it because I think the formulas are, you know, basically the same. And this is what she looks like. Super duper hydrating. I love wearing this even throughout the day, even though it claims to be an overnight lip mask. It's amazing. It feels so hydrating and I can't get enough of this, and it smells really good too. So super excited about the jasmine tea one. But this month, well, last month, oh my goodness, I was using this constantly, so had to put it in this video. And then really quick mention, the cucumber and mint native body wash is sulfate free, paraben free, dye free, and phthalate free. And y'all, I love this so much and how it feels on the body. Of course it smells really good, cucumber and mint, and really clean, but more than anything, this feels amazing on the skin. I love the way that it suds. I mean, a lot of them sud, but the way it feels more than anything, so soft and lightweight on the skin, and it doesn't feel like it's stripping it at all. So I love this and would recommend this to anyone. I know this is kind of weird to put it in this video, but I have to tell you, like, this is a really great product that I've just been loving, so it's really good. Now besties, there's so many products I could sit here and tell you guys about that I've been loving last month. Honestly, I just don't want to cram too much in one video, you guys, but I just wanted to tell you the main things I've just been reaching for constantly, just like a few of them anyways, and this is definitely one of them. So this is the Billie Eilish fragrance in the fragrant Eilish. That's the name of it. I love it so much. I will say I don't like close the top all the way because it's hard to open for some weird reason. I really love the scent of this. It's really unique to my collection. It's like very sweet, but at the same time, you do smell a little bit of that citrus note in there, which I think is really interesting, and it does add something special to my collection. Now, I will say I really love sweet smells, so I knew I was going to like this. It's a little bit different, though, than your average sweet smell, you know what I'm saying? I think it's great. My only one thing that I don't like about it is that I feel like throughout the day, I reapply this one way more than some other fragrances, just because I feel like it lingers a little bit on the body, but at the same time, it's not super strong to where it's going to, you know, last you the whole day or even half the day. Like, I reapply this quite a bit in a day, so for that reason, I wish it was a little bit stronger, but at the same time, I do love the scent and I've been wearing it non-stop, so thank you to my girlfriend for getting me that. I really do love it, but I had to tell you, like, I want it to be a little bit stronger. That's my one thing. I wish it was just a little bit stronger, you know? But yeah, besties, I really enjoy all of these products I shared with you guys. I know it's kind of random with some of the products like the body wash and the lip mask, but honestly, those are products I have just been loving and pulling out non-stop, so I had to throw them in there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave it a like, comment, and subscribe. I want to do more videos like this, like every single month, of just all of my favorite products I'm constantly reaching out. Another one that I cannot find that I wanted to put in this video is actually a drugstore foundation I fell in love with that is super popular on this platform, which is, I think it's called the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear. That one, I've been wearing it so often. It's so beautiful, but I can't find mine. So, but anyways, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!